Chad, I'm not even messing with you. I was watching John Carpenter's 1974 debut, Dark Star, on the bike. 2 stars, but if I may say so myself, 2 stars that I think will exist fonder in memory than it did during the actual view, because it was kind of boring, but when it was over, I felt like I appreciated it a little bit. But on the computer monitor, I had Dan's Slay the Spire 2 stream up, and I swear to God, for 71 minutes, he was on the same fight and did not play a single card. I'm gonna need an actual timer on that to keep it honest, but it was an Act 1 fight, and every time, the movie was only like 82 minutes long. Every single time I looked over, he was on the exact same fight, man.
And then this guy's about to deal us 8D. How much Plata do we have? Wait, why is he not dead? Northernlion says, I've been watching on the bike for 80 minutes. Any chance he's gonna play a card? Bro, are you watching on mute?
Normalize taking 2 hours per turn? I mean, his whole hand was just like strikes and defends, man. It's just strikes and defends, nonstop. John Carpenter washed? Yes, sir. Not really, though. He's got a lot of great movies. Honestly, John Carpenter's crazy because when I look at the John Carpenter filmography on Letterboxd, it's like I've only seen... Well, okay, I've seen The Thing and I've seen They Live. But otherwise, I've seen like his least popular movies. And I've been like, wait a minute, this guy kind of sucks. John Carpenter's your favorite director? Oh, the guy who did Ghosts of Mars with Ice Cube and Natasha Henstridge? Really? Sorry, someone in the group chat said, what's up? So I said, yes, sir, and now I'm about to get trauma dumped. Let me just see what's going on here. Yep, they're talking about the price of crude oil. Let's close this tab for the rest of the stream. This is where I like it for now, and you take it all the way up through here. Here you make a decision, but it's very likely that you're going to end up going this way. We'll put a question mark right here. And then here, if your run is better than or equal to a 6 out of 10, go that way. If you are... Don't get any ideas, chat. If you are going to die, take this way. Okay. Telestrator is huge, man. So I did a bunch of Slay the Spire runs last week. And on stream, we lost every single one of them. And on YouTube, I won every single one of them easy. So I have to say, I think the chat is kind of the problem. So if you don't mind, I know you're going to try to bully me into taking your favorite cards, but I'm honestly just going to kind of try to march to the beat of my own drum a little bit. Instead of just going with people are going to be like, you have to take Barry. And I would love to if I could afford to, but I don't think so, man. 37-year-old man talking about peer pressure. Librarian, you've never heard of Keeping Up with the Joneses? It's literally a movie starring John Hamm, Zach Galifianakis, Isla Fisher, and I mean, I'm trying to think about who else could even be in that piece of garbage, to be honest with you. I'm not sure I got a great answer for you. Keeping Up with Fortnite Jonesy. If I could, man. If I could, but who could? Shared Fate, good for Osty? Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be... we don't have any Osty... Like, big Osty attacks yet. I think we just take the basic card that's pretty good. By the way, people keep saying he's Osty, not Osty. Bro, he's Osty. Why? This is north, which means this is east, and he's fucking east, bro, which makes him Osty, as far as I'm concerned. Not Osty. North, east, Osty. And if they ever get one here, that'll be Westy. That's not how directions work. It's how directions work. If he was on a map, this would be north, this would be east. I'm stunned you don't understand this, to be honest with you. Not to mention, did I stutter, by the way? We have a 100% win rate in runs where I ignore chat. You did, actually? I thought I had a good joke about a stuttering pirate, but I can't remember it. It's something like, let me think about this. You block 6. Sadly, I think we have to play this, but at least we can do that. Oh, it's, what did the pirate say on his birthday? What did the stuttering pirate say on his birthday? Aye, matey! Yeah, see? So be careful who you get into a conversation with in the marketplace of ideas, okay? This is more like a back alley crack dealer type of joke. By the way, this is the one time I'm offended. Nobody asked me if I saw this on the weekend, and it's the one thing I did see. Did you see the video of the quote-unquote, not my words, methed out uncle crashes kid's birthday party? And it's an uncle who looks a little bit like me. He's got a shaved head and he's doing like breakdancing and he's diving into tables at a kid's birthday party and destroying furniture and doing backflips and stuff. And all the comments are like, oh, this is so sad. Oh, look at how this kid is gonna have trauma over this. Wow, this is uncomfortable to watch. And then I watch the video and I'm like, it's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. The dude is hitting like perfect breakdancing moves and then slamming the table and doing a backflip and stuff like it's incredible, man. The kid looks sad. Bro, kid, what the hell? My light fell off. They thought it was methed out uncle at kid's birthday party. Everyone was, there's something about the internet that's just universally true. You could see the coolest thing ever. The top comment will be like, here's why this isn't cool. Wrong, bro. I have eyes. I saw it. It was cool as fuck. Squatting on the 9 before doing a backflip onto it and still popping it. I mean, dude, the backflip he hits is so crazy. Why does he take 0 damage from the flop? There is, I think it would be disingenuous of me to not acknowledge that there genuinely is obviously a chance that the uncle is on some kind of narcotic. Like he does take no damage from something that would, well, just to put it simply, that would do quite a lot of damage to a fella like me. But maybe he did have intangible. It was very impressive, though. I thought it was some of the coolest shit I've ever seen, if I'm being honest. The head spin was really good. The guy is awesome. Now, I don't for a second believe that it's actually his uncle. Because if your uncle was that cool, you would not complain. You would be like, please come to every party I've ever done. Oh no, my cool uncle came to my party. My party that fucking sucked and he made it awesome. Pissing me off. These people, don't it always seem to go, bro? You don't know what you got till it's gone. And everybody in the comments had a story too. Oh, my uncle was just like this and it fucking sucked. I hated having an uncle that was this cool. On my 4th birthday that I'm not even gonna remember anyway. Shut up, man. This video is like an all-timer. Can you give me some motherfucking attacks, bro? Here we go. A drugged up uncle isn't as much fun as it seems. I know from experience. Okay, Redditor. Like, I'm sorry that happened to you, but watch the video. There's no shot your fucking uncle was doing table slams into, like, stationary backflips at your birthday party and then hitting the b-boy stance, okay? Your uncle was probably just saying, like, some embarrassing shit and then passing out on the couch. You threw away buffer for a rock? Neat freak? Neat freak with the Lost Ark anniversary? What do you think that the Lucky Tonic does? Would you do me a favor, open your eyes and read Lucky Tonic? Get him banned. We don't do that here. You're primed to be mad. Society has primed you to be mad. It is your fault. Let me guess, you hated the cracked out uncle at the birthday party too. Now I'm pissed. I ain't the one, baby. Oh, now I'm banned. I did that here. I am the one. They want me to do mad. That's true. I think that the cracked out uncle only takes damage at the end of his turn too, and he definitely still had energy remaining. I think we need to get cracked out uncle, and then that guy who lives in Korea and is like peak henchman mode. You know the guy, he goes into the camera like this, and he's always, oh, I broke my pop filter. He's always doing this. He's always going ah like that. You know the one I'm talking about. If we could get both of those guys together in a video, oh man, that could be the new Holmes and Watson. He's always doing random backflips and stuff on like outside of Korean bars. What about the French guy who's always a snake in restaurants? Can I say something? I don't know this man. Yeti, I like the other one. I like the other one that was Johnny's in the basement working on his resume. I'm at the job fair thinking about working there. I think unemployed Bob Dylan is kind of a crazy flex, to be honest with you. I think that one could go good. I started working the 5th of May, but could not wait. I started working on the 5th day of May, but I could not hold on to the job very long. So I cut off my utilities, but I could not make rent. Okay, it kind of fell apart, Yeti, but I actually love the start of that. From the time that I realized it was Bob Dylan to the part where it didn't rhyme, I liked it. No shop early here. That's all we want to say. Oh, I don't know how good Meal Ticket's going to be, but Meal Ticket! Just when I thought Chicken Jockey was dying. Wait, you thought Chicken Jockey was dying? You know what I was thinking, though? I do feel like sheesh was like, to me, I thought sheesh was going to be what 6-7 became. I thought sheesh was going to have that kind of staying power. But I think if we didn't have sheesh, we never would have gotten 6-7. Like, sheesh had to lay the foundation, like it had to obliterate all the meme landscape, the stim landscape, I guess you could say, so that 6-7 could grow from the ashes. It's like after a forest fire, like things are better, right? I don't know if I'd say better, but different. I miss Mark Zuckerberg. Didn't you see him at UFC this weekend? Mark Zuckerberg? I did. He looked normal. Can I say something? Mark Zuckerberg, I think, is like basically exactly my age. That is not what normal people my age look like. I'm starting to think that something might be up with Mark Zuckerberg. I'm starting to think he might not be an average guy. Starting to think he might not be your typical sort of fella. He has like 50 blood boys. Honestly, kind of humble. The stat that radicalized me, and this was like 6 years ago, so it's probably like worse now. The stat that radicalized me was finding out that Mark Zuckerberg had something like 2% of all millennial wealth. Like if you took all the money that every millennial has on Earth, and there's like 4 billion of us or something at this point, he has 2% of it, bro. That's crazy. I mean, I knew he was getting like $1,000 per poke or something like that, but I didn't know like it added up to that much. What about eat shit and live? Type of shit I'd be doing in the human centipede, man. I was thinking guy who thinks that the problem with being in the human centipede is he has IBS and he doesn't want people to know. So he's like, oh, I would rather be the last. When you're in the human centipede, but you're not the last one, you're the first one, and you're like, oh no, everyone's gonna know that I have diarrhea. Oh no. Oh no, this is disgusting. No, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Yeah, bro, I definitely want to be the last one in the human centipede. Otherwise, everyone would know I have IBSD. Fuck, marry, kill, R.L. Stein, Edgar Allan Poe, Betty White. What the hell Betty White doing here, man? Better joke. Sorry, better joke. What the hell R.L. Stein doing here, bro? His books are for kids. Is R.L. Stein dead? Not dead. Confirmed not dead. A lot of people think he died because of the mole, because the mole is like the Urban legend is that it's a bullet wound, but he survived. He made it through. It's not an urban legend, it's the truth. It's the type of shit people were saying in the 2nd grade, for sure. Yo, that's not bad. Fuck, marry, kill, but it's human centipede instead. So you'd be like, oh, I definitely have Betty White at the front of the human centipede for reasons. And then I'd put me second, and then I'd probably want to shit in Edgar Allan Poe's mouth, if I had to say. You picked yourself? Yeah, bro. Because Betty White's first, man. Because Betty White's... Dude, am I the only person who understands how this works? Bro, it's Betty White. Betty White's the first part of the human centipede. She's the head of the centipede. Do you not get it? Yeah, man. Whenever Osty loses HP, all enemies lose that much as well. Why not, man? He used the calc? No, bro, it's just 3 times 73 divided by 100. Like, think about it. Maybe it's divided by 10. There's all, you don't understand the heuristics. That's why being 36, I was thinking today, what are the odds that the best movie I see every year will be a movie that I see in January, assuming that every single month I watch the exact same amount of movies. And when I was 36, it was the easiest calculation in the world. Because 36 is 12 times 3. There's 12 months a year. So I was like roughly once every 3 years. The best movie I watch that year will be in January. But now I'm 37 and all the back of the napkin calculations are all fucked up, bro. Now I gotta carry the 1 and turn it into a fraction and I don't know. 37, you should be carrying the 0. So true. Waiting for the bomb to fall. So occupied with what other person... I'm doing more like it's Mike Myers in How I Married... So I Married an Axe Murderer, but... what other persons are occupied with and vice versa. You know what I'm talking about? If Ryan doesn't win this run, we're going to get blamed for it 100%. Kate, you're supposed to be on my team. You're my... We're a team, and the chat is the enemy. Cut something on the Usher tour. He had to let it burn. It's the easiest play in history. You just play a dirge, and then next turn you're gonna fucking eat it, bro. Next turn you're gonna pay. Rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun in my Maserati shotgun. Bro, I watched Boogie Nights this weekend. May legitimately be one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. If you haven't seen it, and that's unlikely because I think I'm the last person on earth who hasn't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. But also, someone in my Discord said it's crazy that Billy Ray Cyrus is in it. And then I said, wait, was he? And then they never replied. They literally never replied after that. And I Googled like Billy Ray Cyrus Boogie Nights, and it came up with no results. So I'm like, I don't know if they were just trolling me or something, but I was mighty confused, man. He was thinking of Mulholland Drive. Whenever you play a soul, summon 1. No, I don't think so, bro. I think we'll summon Tua. Probably what the Atlanta Falcons are going to say now that free agency has started. Am I right? Am I right? Man, someone in my Discord was saying they don't like Apple Plus because there's not that many good horror movies on it. Bro, there's plenty of horror on there. If you're a Ferrari fan, didn't you hear that they got the rights to F1 this year? Holy cow, man. Free draw 3. With all due respect, dlguiga, you didn't see what I had to do in order to get to the point where it's free. You didn't see what we had to do to get to this point, okay? But then we're going to play a soul. You got no idea what it's like to be number 1. dlguiga, so I had a G chat message this morning and dlguiga in chat. That's 2 recession indicators in a single stream. So be so fucking for real with me right now. Do I have anything to be concerned about? That's a bear market indicator, man. I haven't seen dlguiga. If I see you on a ride, I'm going to bonds, man. I'm going to bonds. Stream title made me jump like he was circling the cherry. Yes, yes, exiled in Guyville. Yes, the gang's all here. I can't believe every Slay the Spire run is an hour and a half, though. You can enable card numbers in settings. Okay, why would I want to turn card numbers on? So you can backseat more effectively? Like, that's literally what you're about to say to me, right? What's the card number? dlguiga, you've got 16 of them on the front of the MX Centurion, if you would be so kind. Well, dlguiga, we're waiting. You got thousands of people here waiting. And the 3 funky digits on the back. You're not a real Amex head, bro. They have 4 funky digits. And I think they're on the front, weirdly enough. Overall stats, 7 wins, 4 losses. Buddy, I know the stats don't look that great. Can I just tell you all 4 losses were the day the game came out with chat. It's our fault. Okay, Kate, but like you're going to play this probably on stream this week. All I can tell you, you were good at Magic the Gathering. Trust your heart. Don't trust chat. Trust your heart. I even won at PAX West. I got a champ, Matt. dlguiga, don't mess with my wife. She has a Magic the Gathering PAX West 2016 commemorative playmat, and I'm being so dead ass with you. I'm not sweating it either. I went 2-2 at a pre-release for Shadows over Innistrad and got 5 packs. Maybe it was 3 packs now that I think about it. Everyone's like, you're a liar. Maybe it was 3 packs. I don't remember, man. But dlguiga, now I see you glazing my wife. First off, can I say something? Bro, that's my wife. I'm literally right here. Secondly, she still deserves a little bit of ire for the number of times that she beat me with that that meta deck that I can't even remember the name of anymore. But it was from the Battle of Zendikar era, and it had the Gideon Planeswalker, it had the Siege Elephant, and Siege Rhino, that's it. As soon as, it's turn 4, let me guess, Siege Rhino. Next turn, another Siege Rhino, who would have thought? It's Siege Rhino again, who would have thought? No way, no shot, what's next? Another Siege Rhino, I'm dead. Slow mode plus screen shake has to be rage bait. You spent your whole weekend watching Twitch again, huh? I thought we talked about this. Sad story. Sad story, but a story that happens quite a lot. Having one of those look who finally decided to people sort of weekends, right? So right now, it's literally upgrading. Well, it could upgrade a bash, but I think we want this. Generals gathered in their masses. You know what I'm talking about? Just like witches at black masses. Sorry, I just thought it would be a good bit if you added a few extra notes. Song went hard on Guitar Hero. Yes, man. And then a friend invites like his girlfriend over. You guys are playing Guitar Hero, and she's like, "Oh, you guys, we gotta play Wonderwall." I'm like, "Oh, fuck. It's Friday night, bro. I want to play Red Barchetta, but now we got a rock band noob here, and she wants to play all the noob songs. She wants to play Celebrity Skin and Wonderwall, bro. Fuck. I wanted to go. Guitar Hero didn't have Wonderwall. Okay, I'm talking about Rock Band, Pokemon Orgy, and Rock Band also didn't have Wonderwall, unless you count the DLC. And you're gonna say, why'd you buy it? My friend's girlfriend came over. You look like MC Front a lot. I do look like MC Front a lot. That is undeniable. I can't say anything about that. Horny television be like, I fell into the arms of the penis de Milo. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. My kid is not fucking with Marquee Moon, man. They need to make a Marquee Moon YouTube short. Guy who digests Marquee Moon in 22 YouTube shorts. Hang on, bro, don't spoil it for me. I've been waiting 48 hours to find out what the man at the track said. Bro, he literally, this is crazy. He just asked him how we don't go mad. Follow for part 2. As a roguelike nerd, should I start with this or Slay the Spire 1? Just get this, man. Everyone's talking about this. You're watching this. You probably want this, right? Play the finished game first. dlguiga, don't you invest in pre-revenue companies? Like, that seems hypocritical to me. Like, your job is acquiring companies in early access, isn't it? But much like Steam, these days, I mean, early access is kind of like the end game as well. I don't? Okay, my bad. You caught me lacking. We do need the next logical novelty music-based chatter should be a modest mouse poster, but all they do, here's the entire bit. Damn. Once a day, they just come into chat and post, well, and you need a lot of discipline to do it. Because if you post it more than once a day, and the temptation will be there because you'll get a laugh. But if you do it more than once a day, it's going to lose its luster so fast. Modest Yahoo? Wait. Tell me more about Modest Yahoo. Guys, please, by the way, I'd see some people talking about Timothee Chalamet in chat. I don't give a fuck about Timothee Chalamet's opinions on the opera, okay? I don't care about his opinion. I've been to the ballet, I've been to the opera, and I've seen Marty Supreme. I don't give a fuck. They're trying to distract us, man.
I think even like Frankenstein, which is like a hugely popular movie this year, I didn't think that pacing was extraordinarily fast or anything, but it pulled people in, you know? But it does take you having to wave a flag of, hey, this is a serious movie or something. And some people want to be entertained and quickly. I'm really right in the middle, Matthew, because I admire people, and I've done it myself, to go on a talk show and go, hey, we got to keep movie theaters alive. You know, we got to keep this genre alive. And another part of me feels like if people want to see it, like Barbie, like Oppenheimer, they're going to go see it and go out of their way to be loud and proud about it. And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, you know, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership. But, damn, I just took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to just. I guarantee, except for dlguiga, I've certainly been to the opera more than almost anybody else in chat. And I bet if you take out the Nutcracker, I've been to more ballets than the average person in chat too. No shot you have? You know shit about every valley being exalted and the hills laid bare or laid plain? I do have a classical music VTuber wife, you're not wrong. And I'm not just saying that because I agree with him, which I do, by the way. I see a musical a couple times a year. Bro, we're not talking about musicals, okay? We're talking about the opera. There's a distinction between a musical and an opera. What about the story where he had a personal chef cooking 3 breakfasts and then he would only choose one? I did hear about that. Apparently on the set of Wonka, his personal chef would make him 3 breakfasts and he would throw 2 of them in the garbage and just choose his favorite. Me personally, the source for that is someone's ass, if I may say so. But the second thing I would say is that I think it's genetically engineered in a laboratory to make people mad, because nothing unites Redditors like thinking they're the only person who hates food waste. Guys posting armaments upgrade goes crazy, like it's Slay the Spire. It's like a Slay the Spire Let's Play episode 9 in 2018. Sorry, I'm sorry. You don't know as much ball as you think you know. In my personal opinion, I underrate this card maybe, and I underrate it because I spent probably 500 episodes adding as many of these to my deck as I could every single time and going, it's literally better than Apotheosis. I came here from the Americano Too Hot YouTube video. The little pinhole can be used to cool it. Form a seal around the part you drink from and then blow. Hope this helps. I didn't post that video, so I think you're looking for twitch.tv/u_Watanabe. I think you're on the wrong channel. You seem to be confused. Nephew's lost. That's what I'm saying. You're at the. I didn't post any video about that, so I'm a little bit confused about what's going on, to be honest with you. You're complaining to the Coca-Cola Corporation that, a 7-Eleven in Illinois is selling it for more than the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Buddy, I just put the syrup in the water and shake it up. Worst shoes to toe walk in? I'll tell you that 100%. First off, I welcome your toe walking questions. Usually I just get bald questions. Nobody cares about other aspects of my lifestyle. Worst shoes to toe walk in? Number one is ski boots, which are horrible, but those are very rare. Number two is any sandal. Everybody loves sandals. I'm here to tell you that toe walkers are not fucking with sandals. I always felt like it was insane to me that like people are like, I love sandals so much, I would rather wear them than shoes. I'm like, no, man. It sucks in sandals. Be so fucking for real with me. How many toe walkers do we have in chat? I'm assuming it's a pretty high number. I bet it's like 2% on average, but I bet in our chat it's like 10%, which is good. Dude, we need more people like me/us to go, and I'm deliberately leaving it vague just to annoy you, because people meet me and they say, you're the first person I've ever seen walk like this. Bro, literally like a third of my Twitch chat walks like this. So now you might say I should be mad at them, but to be honest, I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at you, because if you guys went outside more often, then I wouldn't be seen as such a freak by them, because they would have gotten desensitized to it in like when they were in their early 20s or something like that. But instead, you're all trying to be the first person to get like level 100 sailing in the new RuneScape patch. So all of it, now I gotta tank it all, and you get all the benefit, bro. What do you mean level 100? Fuck. I've outed myself as a non-RuneScaper. How have you come to terms with your diagnosis? I did it the easy way by never getting diagnosed, so I can kind of play both sides at the same time. So I can kind of... so that whenever it serves me well, I can kind of put it up as a shield. And whenever I feel like I don't identify with it, then I just go, well, we don't know for sure. Which has been working out really well. They're saying there's no downsides to it. I will say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I emailed a doctor and I was like, I'd like to make an appointment for like an adult autism diagnosis or like a test. And they were like, that's fine. Like our earliest, we're currently booking for like the summer after this one. And it was almost, for me, it was a moment of like, I don't think you know how this works. And you're supposed to be the ones who know how this works. I need this appointment like this week, bro. You got to keep some space available for walk-ins. I don't care if the reservations are full. I'm playing Victoria 3. The AI Ottomans are beating AI Austria-Hungary. Never seen it happen before. I guess they locked in. You know where you are. I'm not against it, but this ain't r/Paradox Plaza, bro. Wait, does r/Paradox Plaza still allow after action reports? Or am I working on old, outdated technology? You have to rule 5, but yeah. What's rule 5? That's a really funny response, by the way, but what is rule 5? Rule 5 is give context. I thought it was rule number 5 is like, nobody dies unless someone shoots. Number 6, they need an impartial judge. It can't be someone that's just on the blood, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Hamilton, my favorite opera. You, dude, Timothee Chalamet would be fucking fire as Alexander Hamilton in the fictionalized movie remake of the Hamilton play. God, because he's so good at rapping too, man. Wait, this could be fucking awesome. I need somebody get me Hollywood on the phone right fucking now. I need to talk to Hollywood immediately. The white Alexander Hamilton. I didn't think about all that, but yeah, okay, but that is pretty funny. Like completely erasing the meta-contextual significance of Hamilton as well. He's French? Okay, well, you know what, good point. He could play the La Marquise de Lafayette. I can totally see him doing guns and ships. What did I miss? Oh, I thought you were asking seriously, but you're saying, yeah, Timmy C is Tommy J, bro. Timmy C is Tommy J. Damn, this could be fucking awesome. This could be fire, man. Cliffy B is Timmy C as Tommy J. What did I miss? When Radical Lights came out, I want to give you a kiss. He wants to give you a kiss. Now that I'm not on Twitter, can somebody tell me if Cliffy B's okay? You think he's still... Well, I don't know what he's been up to, I guess. All I know about Cliffy B in the 2010s is that he might be living like the most Las Vegas 2009 lifestyle. He's like the last person who still says that like things are epic and wears like the gamer graphic t-shirt with a blazer. He does not live in the sewers, bro. He probably lives in like a nice house. New fucked up thing to say to a small streamer, just type dead air. Okay, but this is not, I didn't want to invent something that like completely kills the confidence of a streamer. It was more just like a little troll that you could do to have a little fun with it. It wasn't really intended to be like, hey, ruin this person's life and get like all inside of their head. You've now taken it to like an incredibly evil place. Muted is good. I think muted is funny. And I say that because it works on me. The Mormon bait, I still don't really get it. There is also a part of me that's worried is an interesting way to describe it, but I worry that the culture changes really quickly. Right now it's considered culturally fine, perhaps even incentivized to poke a little fun at the Church of Mormonism, but in like 15 years, it might be seen as like incredibly risque or offensive to do so. And then waiting for the resurfaced Slay the Spire 2 runs where there was a really weird period where like there was like a year where they were just using Mormon as a punchline. It's super weird. Meanwhile, you're the ones typing it! Pussy's good though. Okay, source. Source your mom? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, his robot ass was seated. You sound like Yoda, bro. Songs sound like Yoda. Know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, guys? The song kind of sounded like Yoda. Not at all? Listen. Well, now they're not going to do it. Who are they, man? Oh, you don't know? That's a question you never want to get asked. That means things are not going well. If someone says, who do you mean by they? Bro's hearing some Riggy Diggy Doo. Dude, I forgot about Riggy Diggy Doo. People were really out here saying Riggy Diggy Doo is not real. Bro, I've seen Nubby, okay? I know it's real. Now we're in smithing territory. Gold axe retain, not necessary. 2 cost bullet time, understandable, have a good day. He's still on this? You talk to me about Riggy Diggy Doo. I didn't say shit about Riggy Diggy Doo. You brought up Riggy Diggy Doo. 1 second, here we go. For posterity, Riggy Diggy Doo is the Jack Black, I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. Andy Bernard says, root doot 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 doo. Okay, but Riggy Diggy Doo and root doot 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 doo are spiritually similar, if nothing else. Can we agree on this? We've got to be able to agree on that at a minimum. You hear this? Dun 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 dun. You don't hear that? Are you guys crazy? Shadow meld into prolong really makes me think that we're going to be able to get to like hundreds and hundreds of blocks, which is what things were looking like on Twitter before I got off the... Well, I was more of a muter even back then, but... By the way, does Letterboxd have the shadow block function? If someone's following you, and they leave a comment like watch Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, can you go to their profile, block them, and then unblock them, and then they will no longer be following you? And it could take them like months or even years to realize that they're like, hey, NL has not posted a movie lately. And then you realize, oh my God, I've missed 75 movies that he's posted because he forced me to unfollow him. Did you know your average rating for 80s movies on Letterboxd is 4.19? I didn't know that. That is interesting. If I may say something, not in my own defense, but simply for context, I think my average Letterboxd ratings are going to skew really high because of the fact that I'm only watching movies that I've heard are really, really good, which I think is the way. Why waste time with bad movies? Well, sometimes you get on the bike and you say, hey, Dark Star. That's a John Carpenter movie. I like John Carpenter movies. Plus, I mean, I'm already 3 minutes into my ride. Might as well pick something. And you realize the error of your ways. Well, I don't know. I would say approximately 11 minutes into the movie. Is it that bad? Yes and no. Just gonna be honest, when are we getting games for stupid people again? Can I say something? And I'm being so fucking for real when I say this. It's so nice to see the Counter-Strike 2 heads actually suffer. Because the Counter-Strike 2 chatters are like strong chibs in the meme. Why would you throw your molly like that? Why would you ever buy MP9 instead of MP7? Then you play a different game and they're like, excuse me, sir, could you please explain how the mechanics of the game work? Take your ass back to Squeex chat, man. That's my 2K. I still need to get 2 more wins so I can get my premier rating. I honestly think I'm gonna be 4K. Because when I solo queued, I was going up against 6Ks and losing. So I think I will be, my expectation is that I will be in the 4K. What about Slay the Spire heads when you're holding long with op? There is something about that too. They're gonna be like, oh, you should play accuracy on this turn. Oh, please play accuracy. You didn't play vulnerability before you legged him, bro. You had lethal if you played vulnerability. There should be a grenade that makes you take double damage if you get hit by it. Wait, they're cooking with that one. This shit is ass. It's literally, this is Slay the Spire. Sometimes you take damage on fights, bro. Don't crash out on me. Lock in with me. You gotta say life is a resource. dlguiga, I'm so happy to have you in chat. I'm not fucking with you at all. It is scaring me. It's scaring me a little bit that you're here and you're still here after like a couple of hours on a Monday. And this is like the last month in Q1, bro. And you haven't been here for a while. Or was today one of the, and be so fucking for real with me, was today one of those days where last night you went to bed and you were like looking at the Kospi, and you were looking at the Nikkei, and you were looking at the Hang Seng, and you said, brother, I'm calling in sick tomorrow. All of a sudden, boss, I'm not feeling so good. Fly like paper, get high like cranes. If I see you in my relics, then I know that I'm not insane. If I come around here, Yes, man, yes. Wait, this could be awesome. All I want to do is and a ching and play my chivies. Highways, skulls, and shivs. Strikes and blocks and draws and discards. No one at the corner got dagger like us. Wait, there's something to like here, man. Wait, we're back? Sometimes all you need is one missing piece, man. Ever consider a rap career? Briefly, but Timmy C got there first. The villain is Timmy C. Opera and ballet hater. #1 enemy of people who have only ever seen the Nutcracker as far as ballets go and have seen 0 operas, but think that because they've seen West Side Story, they're a friend of the opera. Sorry, I know I'm beefing for no reason. BNL type shit. Bro, I was in the London Drugs yesterday. I was in the damn London Drugs yesterday. They played a Bare Naked Ladies song. You know what it was? Another Postcard. I didn't even know that anyone even remembered that song, man. I don't even know that one. Another postcard from a chimpanzee, and everyone is addressed to me. And then you got Ed Robertson doing his fucked up like a Tobacco rap in between the parts of the song that are actually good, which is as with all Bare Naked Ladies songs, the part where Stephen Page sings. No disrespect to the Bare Naked Ladies fans out here, but every Bare Naked Ladies fan is like the fourth member of 311 doing the worst rap you've ever heard, and then the voice of a goddamn angel. Why don't they just have that guy sing the whole song? And I've been listening to Gordon, I've been listening to Born on a Pirate Ship, I've been listening to Stunt, I've been listening to Maroon. Just get Steven to sing the whole song, bro. Jesus Christ. Have you ever made out in, you know I can't resist. Have you ever made out in dark hallways? Just made a kiss that made the grade, huh? I played a hit from your record collection. It's your mix, congratulations. If I get a hitter with a down, 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 widow's gonna get my damn mouth. Oh, fuck. I love that. That's a really good performance, though. And they need to put Steven back in the fucking band. Jesus Christ, what the fuck are we doing? We need Bullet Time and Fan of Knives, bro. Oh, you literally fucking fucked me! God damn it, it's like all the cards that I need with Bullet Time. I've never seen it in Slay the Spire 2. Motherfucker, man. Why do you keep saying motherfucker like that? I'm enjoying the last I'm enjoying the last 6 to 7 years of being able to say motherfucker in kind of like a American South accent before that becomes one of the accents you're no longer allowed to use. So I'm to put it in a nice way, I'm making hay while the sun is up. One day, perhaps you won't be able to say motherfucker. People will go, what was that accent again? It's more of a Cali accent. Motherfucker. Wait, it's 100% like a Californian accent. I've been laboring under false pretenses this whole time. Which means I can do the accent forever! Yes! Yes! California kind of pack one, pick one state. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I honestly think it's the #1 state. And I think that people who hate California are usually jealous of it. And if you think that California sucks because it's too expensive, get your money up, bro. Try making $30 million a year and then say some shit like that. What about New York? New York, also awesome. But people will really say some shit like, California sucks, bro. It doesn't hold a candle to Indiana. And I'm like, if you think that Indiana's the best state, you definitely live in Ohio. Let's just put it that way. I am a West Coast, Northeast kind of fella. It's true. If you couldn't glean that just by hearing me talk for 5 seconds, to be honest, or I'm the kind of guy who says West Coast represent. Now put your hands up. Oh. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. They really need to stop that guy from rapping. Ed, if you're listening, not Edmund McMillan, just to be clear. For once, I'm actually talking about a different Ed. This is Ed Robertson from the Bare Naked Ladies. Gotta be damn near 60 years old at this point, man. If the rapping stuff would have worked, it would have worked by now, man. You would have already broken. You would have had your big break if it was gonna happen. Okay. It's time to put the raps in the bag. Get Steven back in the band. Let Steven sing all the songs. Just as long as you don't call Atlanta Hotlanta. I've been to Atlanta and they all call it Hotlanta there. Just so you know. What's the most irrelevant NHL team? Don't talk to me. All I'm going to say is I don't think there's ever been a team that has locked up last place. Well, because the 2014 Colorado Avalanche are legitimately, like, historically bad, but they obviously came out on the other side feeling pretty good. But within the last 10 years or so, the Canucks are one of the worst teams that is in the NHL. And it's actually awesome. Like, we're something like 12 points behind the 31st team in the league. CBJ still has them beat. Well, I mean, they're like irrelevant within the league for sure, but they actually have a chance to make the playoffs. The Canucks are so bad. I know I keep saying it, and people are like, please stop talking about hockey. We've told you 100 times, nobody cares. But the Canucks are so bad, and then you say, how bad are they? They're so bad that I saw that we were beating the Winnipeg Jets on the weekend, and I sent Malf a Discord message that said, what the fuck? And then he said, I don't know what to tell you, we're bad too. And then I sent him a picture of our roster, and he went, okay, that is pretty sad. Like, our team is just like, it's basically like, I don't say this lightly, especially if you just discount the injured players. We literally have like one good player. And everybody hates him because he used to be elite. How are you so bad? It's been years. We almost got over the hump in like 2024. And then the general manager went all in, and the all-in gamble was fucked up. Totally fucked up our salary cap, and then there was locker room strife. So first we had to trade Bo Horvat because he didn't get along with JT Miller. Then we had to trade JT Miller because he didn't get along with Elias Pettersson. So now we traded like the whole team just because two people had a fight. We traded both of the people that were fighting. You are used to High Ascension and Slay the Spire 1, so it's easy to lock in for Slay the Spire 2. Did you really save that comment for like after the 90-second bathroom break, man? That's crazy. Chibli, are you seeing the types of chatters you get in Slay the Spire? Bro wanted to hit me with a little memento mori, but knew I was away from the screen going to the toilet. He saved it until I came back. Whenever you rest, raise your max HP by 5. Add a meows. Chibli, you actually might like Slay the Spire too, because you get to say things like meow. That's why I deserve some E-blondes for that. Or, I mean, greed for 333 gold is kind of crazy, man. Then you do one combat and you get the earliest shop in the game and buy an awesome relic and like change your life. Number 1, Slay the Spire 2 noob mistake. Overhating curses, underrating gold. Who underrates money? Everybody who takes energy relics instead of tiny house. Okay, bro, but you have countless videos of you completing the run with 700 gold in your pocket. Oh, completing the run, huh? Sorry, I stopped reading after that part. It gave us one of the greatest colorless cards I could have ever asked for. Sinvicta, hello. I'm being dead ass with you, Sinvicta. Are you fucking with Slay the Spire? It's kind of like CZN, except, and I mean this with love for both games, it's like CZN, except you can't just put your credit card into the game to like get a robot angel that then gives you 500 damage per turn if you just drag the cards on top of the enemies. What's CZN? Coke Zero Nitro. It has a little widget on the bottom of the can, so when you pour it, it pours it with that frothy Coke Zero head that you're used to getting when you get like a draft Coke Zero at like a real pub. But you can actually get it like in the comfort of your own home, which is crazy. It was a big invention. Okay, low key though, how often would how awesome would a draft Coca-Cola be? Oh, how, and I'm not talking about the soda gun, I'm talking about one with the, like on tap. Oh man, I bet it would be amazing. You're so real for saying this. I bet the first sodas tasted fucking incredible, man. I'll do you one better. I bet the Coke tastes insane right off the line. Like if you went to the Coke Zero factory and you dipped like a ladle into the vat, I've never had a fresh soda, I think, man. Like I've never had a Coke that was mixed right there. I've only had one that was made like 500 miles away and then put in a bottle and shipped on a truck. I bet if you dip the ladle into the vat, it tastes amazing, man. I do have to go to the diner that does it the old-fashioned way. Although it broke my heart when someone online said they went to the diner that does it the old-fashioned way and it fucking sucked. Pissing me off, get this sword out. Chib needs to see it. Chibli, if you're still here, I need to know your thoughts on cracked out uncle at kid's birthday party. Or as Reddit calls it, the hardest video to watch of all time. Because I genuinely think, I saw it this weekend and I thought it was the coolest video I've ever seen in my life. And the guy looks awesome. Show it to me? I don't want to show it to you again. Content ID matched by cracked out uncle. Lamal. I can't show it also because the Slay the Spire runs are so long that there's a 0% chance this one even finishes by 2. but we're gonna finish it anyway. So, but like, you can watch okay, I'm watching it right now. It's so awesome, and it's so sad to me that every single comment is like, I had an uncle like this. And I'm like, no, you didn't, man. You did not. This guy's a one of one. He's diving into the table, he's doing a backflip, and he's hitting all these awesome dance moves, and everybody in the comments is like, everyone hates him. His family hates him. Everyone, he will never have a real emotional relationship with anyone in his entire life, and they want him dead, man. He looks so fucking cool. Okay, does he have kick energy? Yeah, he kind of has kick streamer energy. But it's kind of awesome. There's no kids at the kid's birthday party. I mean, listen, you know I'm the #1 Redditor, but you can literally trick Reddit by just lying in the headline. Drugged meth addict uncle at kid's birthday party. Like, you don't fucking know that, dude. They're like, the kid is so sad. It's this, you could tell from the kid's face that he's always gonna have no respect for his uncle. What are you talking about? Yeah, it should be called coolest uncle ever hits that shit at the birthday party. It really should be though, man. It really should be. He does look like he would be, thank you for saying he looks like he'd be an awesome hang. That guy being in your orbit at a social function would be so awesome. I mean, I'm not saying you wouldn't get sick of it at some point, but like, as long as you knew what was coming. Like, I'm the exact opposite of that guy. I just get to the party and I sit down on the couch until I leave. But like, even I can respect that he's awesome, man. I think it's kind of sad for a kid's party. But you don't know that it's a kid's party just because there's a kid there and some birthday cake. You're just assuming that the Redditor didn't lie in their headline, bro. The source is ass. It's someone's ass told you what it would be and you believed it. There's a balloon. Yeah, but like when you're 6, you have like 10 different birthday parties. You have one at an apartment. You have one at a weird Airbnb with all your millennial uncles and aunts. And then you have one in a park with like a weird little tent with with one large pizza and a bunch of your friends from school, man. What? No? Buddy, I have a 5-year-old. You're barking up the wrong tree saying I'm not an authoritative source on this shit. Airbnb is crazy. Chibli, can you back me up here? Because these people don't go outside. The dude did a table dive in a 200 square foot micro suite. That's Airbnb energy. There's no shot that is like their apartment and he jumped into and destroyed their coffee table. That's something you do at an Airbnb. I feel like I'm freaking the fuck out. This is why we can't have jury trials. I don't want a jury of my peers. My peers are intellectually feeble. They're not critically thinking. He was on drugs? That's the Reddit headline talking, man. He might have been on drugs though, because otherwise there's no way you do that shit and you don't say like oof after you go through the table. He didn't say oof, which is crazy. But if Mouth pulled that at your daughter's birthday party and started doing that, would you still find it funny? I would honestly think, I'm not even putting on airs. Did you see the smile that it brought to my face just to imagine it? It would be the funniest thing by far I think I'd ever experienced firsthand personally in my entire life. If he just started hitting the cross-ups and the frog splash and stuff like that, I would be loving every second of it, man. It would be the greatest thing. Listen, Kate would be pissed off, especially if it broke our table, but I would think it was the funniest thing that's ever happened, without a doubt. Man, that would be sick. Would you back Kate up if she scolded him? Yeah, obviously, you can't be doing that shit. The fact that you can't be doing that shit is exactly why it's so fucking funny. Like, do you get it? The reason it's funny is because you can't do it, but he did it, which is why it's hilarious. It wouldn't be as funny if he was doing something appropriate. The fact that it's inappropriate is so funny. I'll go ahead and say the fact that it is at a little kid's birthday party, if anything, it actually makes it even funnier. See how many upvotes you get. See how many upvotes you get on r/videos. My well-behaved uncle acting appropriately at my birthday party. Hey there, Junior. How you doing? How's school? What grade are you in again? 6, 7? Hey, your uncle said 6, 7. Fucking idiots, man. The comments would be the same. I want the uncle to die because he said 6, 7. I want the uncle to die. He's literally vibing and people are hating. Can I just say that at no point does anybody say, fuck him for breaking the table? Like if they said, hey, this is a pretty sweet act, but Buddy shouldn't have broken the table, I would have been like, you know what? Fair enough. They gotta buy a new table. But instead they're all like, he's getting attention. He's getting attention when I should be getting attention. He probably bought him a new table anyway. Quit crying. The backflip is so good, too. Are you talking about the guy who was literally on crack? No disrespect. Can I have a source for the opinion that he's on crack? I know right now you're freaking out trying to figure out how to not say, the Reddit headline. I sold it to him? Oh. So you engage in commerce? Okay. That is what happens when you have one Coke Zero. That's what straight edge 14-year-old kids think happens if you have an Americano as well. Nah, Unk is lit. I'm so glad that I found my tribe, man. People are watching this video and going, this guy's awesome, and I've never felt more seen in my entire fucking life, man. He's unfortunately the man. I'm literally jealous of him. I'm glad you're keeping swag alive. I mean, for some of us, it never died. But I'm glad you're glad. Let's put it that way. Dude, you're so right. They fucking should take the comments from the awesomest uncle ever video and put them on the video of the kids breaking the table. Because when the kids break the table with a bunch of bricks, nobody fucking said anything.
Hold on. This is gonna make a mess. Go ahead, King. This is gonna make a mess. Easy. Oh no! Our table! It's broken! Well, the table broke.
Nobody went, hey, those kids shouldn't have been messing around with the table. Everyone went, what a funny video that reminds me of my childhood. And that table was made of fucking glass, man. Someone could have been very badly hurt. I swear the burger CEO shit is a viral psyop. So that was another video that I saw, and I kind of liked it when I thought we were all dunking on the McDonald's CEO, but then people started saying insane shit about them. And like, I mean, it's the cycle of the internet. People were like, I want him to die. And I was like, I think it's just, he was eating the burger like a robot. But it ain't that bad in the whole scheme of things. You wear a button up with the top button done up. Why are you rooting for the fun uncle? Fun uncle can wear the button up with the top button done up. You're judging me for the clothes that I wear, not the actual fabric of my character, and you think that makes you based? Guess what? You're right. Oftentimes, those instincts will take you far. You can skip it on the rewards. Huge if true. Sorry, ever just you have to think, and in your head you just go do 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 do. Yeah, I would take that. Toe Jam and Earl in panic on Funkotron. Dee. Bubble Bobble Double Dribble Double Dragon F-Zero. Harvest Moon. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I can't remember if that's what comes next, but Timothee is winning this week. I don't give a fuck. I hope when he wins Best Actor for Marty Supreme, he gets on stage and he says, fuck opera, fuck ballet. Fuck Mozart. Fuck Tchaikovsky. Fuck Baryshnikov. Ping pong on top. Ping pong stays winning forever. Keep table tennis out your damn mouth. Haven't watched it yet because I'm afraid I'll be critiquing the table tennis. You don't need to see it. He plays a jock. Just a classic, like, sports ball movie for meatheads. Overgrown man-child. You get the idea. Can I get a star, please? Endo, definitely a meathead jock, one-dimensional villain. It's like a classic good versus evil tale. The good guy is the American guy. Of course. And the bad guy's from somewhere else. I wasn't really paying that much attention. Because every time he was on the screen, I went, boo! Boo! Endo was using a non-regulation racket, is the other thing. I didn't feel any empathy for Timmy's character. I thought he was insufferable, but I still really liked the movie. Wrong. It's actually, it's impossible to like a movie unless the good guy is good. Me personally, I wouldn't be caught saying that a movie where, I mean, that's why he's a protagonist, because you're supposed to be pro everything that he does. Ad break equals mad break. Happy Narwhal, no disrespect, you've been on an ad break for like 40 minutes, man. Like, I think something's wrong with your browser. Yeah, wait, nobody add him. Nobody add him and tell him that his browser's messed up. He's feeding families right now. My family. Thoughts on tying the strings on your hoodie? I know that Gen Z thinks they invented that. Oh, I know they're saying we're the first generation to ever tie strings on our hoodies. You're not, bro. Millennials were the first generation to tie the strings on our hoodies. Gen X sitting in the background saying the same thing. Shut up, uncle. Unless you're going to break dance and do a frog splash in the middle of the kid's birthday party. I thought I told you to shut up and... Okay, Unc, we got the Empire Strikes Back playing in the basement. We got Back to the Future playing in the attic. Choose your movie. They never shut up about Pogs. They're always asking us to remember stuff. Have you noticed that? Gen X is always saying some shit like... They're always trauma dumping about how, like, their moms sold all their sports cards when they went to college. Stop flexing, we know you're rich. Okay, whose fault is that, bro? Yeah, exactly. I love Wedding Crashers. That's a real-ass millennial right there. Any movie with Rachel McAdams and Isla Fisher is good. Can I say something? I think that's true, literally speaking, but I also think that the only movie that they're in together is Wedding Crashers, so I don't think that that's necessarily, like, that's a sample size of one, man. Everyone's talking about Alice and Brie, bro. No. Upon review, Isla Fisher's actually been in a lot of horrible movies. Sorry. Oh, I could have told you that. Like, I'm pretty sure she hasn't really done... I mean, it's good that she's working, but I don't think she's done much that's really made it into the classics catalog, except obviously Wedding Crashers. Maybe Wedding Crashers 2 when it comes out. Any movie with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner is going to be arriving in my top 10. Did you guys know, sorry, I love Letterboxd. I think it's the worst platform to discuss movies, except all other platforms that have ever been tried. But there's some indefensible stuff in Letterboxd. Did you know that Revenge of the Sith is in more top 4s than The Empire Strikes Back? Revenge of the Sith is like I think it's like the 22nd most top 4'd movie on the platform. Which is truly... Other stuff that's in there that's insane is like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is in the top 100. Also, 10 Things I Hate About You. And I'm not even saying they're wrong about this one, but I thought 10 Things I Hate About You was like 8th or something like that. But I do have to say that I saw it when it came out, and I just kind of lumped it in with all other like teen comedies from that era. So I thought it was pretty good when I saw it when I was like 12. But maybe I have to see it again as an adult to like to see if it's actually awesome. And when I was a kid, I just sort of thought it was a movie, and I was the one that was off. Obviously, you should play that first. My bad, y'all. Donnie Darko's 30? Okay, pump the brakes, kid. That's a millennial classic. Wouldn't be in my top 4, but I do think it's really good. Any movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Seth Rogen is gonna make it into my top 4 for sure, man. Did you know Jaws is not in the Letterboxd top 500? No joke, I know this is very like, if anything, this is almost like a literal baby boomer take. But Jaws is so criminally underrated on Letterboxd. It's at like a 3.9 or something. It's so sad to me. First time I said First, did you watch it recently? I watched it like a year ago, bro. I gave it a 5 out of 5 and said this is one of the greatest movies of all time. Too much talking, not enough sharking. Maybe if they put an animated Spider-Man in it, be a little bit more your speed. Spider-Verse catching strays? It's not a stray. It's higher rated than Jaws, bro. That's a direct attack. Judging users' Letterboxd accounts would go crazy. Everybody's innocent on Letterboxd. There's just one thing I will say. If anything in your top 4 doesn't have a 5-star rating, I consider you performative. What the fuck do you mean it's one of the best 4 movies you've ever seen in your entire life and you gave it a 4? Like, that just doesn't make any damn sense to me. Any movie with Richard Dreyfuss and Roy Scheider's got to be in my top 4. I don't think Letterboxd would be in my top, or Jaws would be in my top 4 on Letterboxd, but it's like a perfect movie. There's just some movies that are a little bit more perfect, like Spider-Verse. There's always room for improvement. Nothing's a 5. The best thing ever is not deserving of the highest rating. Sorry, I think I'm being baited, but the people actually talk that way about video game reviews in like the 2000s, so I have PTSD about it. There'd be, no, it's the best game ever. That's why I gave it a 9, because nothing's perfect. Okay then, motherfucker, then 9 is 10, you fucking idiot! 9 is 10 then! So you're giving everything 10! Pissing me the fuck off. I know, on my birthday, no less. On my fucking birthday. They do sound like Unsung Jay on Culinary Class Wars, except he was a little bit more like, this season I thought he was a little bit more like nice with it. Happy birthday, man. Yeah, thanks. 5 fucking hours into the stream. Happy birthday, thanks. We can do this. And then after we do this, I definitely gotta go pee. I'll tell you that for free. Which I shouldn't. I should charge you money for that because there's people who would pay probably. How much does this guy piss? I had oatmeal for breakfast. It's one of the wettest breakfasts. I drank a bottle of water on the bike. I've had 2 bottles of sparkling water. I've had a large booster juice. I had a cup of tea when I got home because my throat was feeling a little dry. Why are you taking issue with me? It is one of the wettest breakfasts, bro. You pour like 150 milliliters of water into it to make it. Why do Americans underrate poutine so much? I've been asking myself the question my entire life, probably. It makes no fucking sense to me. They'll look at a perfect food and be like, this fucking sucks. Gravy's actually awesome. My wife is becoming more Canadian by the day. Her go-to like lunch now is like an A&W teen burger with French fries, and then she gets a side of gravy to dip the fries in. It's so like 1997 Canadian posting, and it's great because she'll eat like 75% of it, and then she'll bring it all downstairs for me to compost, and then I'll go, do you want me to compost this? You want me to compost this for you? Or are you all done with this? And then she goes, yeah, you can toss it. And then I go, just eat it. And then don't eat all the fries, but eat like all but 2 of the fries, and then throw 2 fries in the composter. Like, yeah, I still did what I said I was gonna do. This is your brain on cardio? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have to go pee so bad, man. Stop, this is a fetish. And whose fault is that, bro? That's not my fault. This is a bodily function. You don't hear that many people talk about Finch anymore. Does anyone, I have a theory that no one on Earth has ever seen the Tom Hanks science fiction Apple TV Plus original movie Finch. It's my personal belief that nobody on Earth has ever actually seen this film. I saw Finch, bull fucking shit. No, you didn't. Be so fucking for real with me. Oh yeah, you've seen Finch? Oh yeah, okay, sure, yeah, I bet you have. Oh, have you seen Finch? Go ahead and type the name of Tom Hanks's character. A real Finch head would know that, okay? Finch? Holy shit, he has seen it. What the fuck? I'm sorry, sire, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you. The prophecy foretold of your... One day you would come and visit us and tell us all about the Tom Hanks movie Finch. Dramatic entrance kind of looks like the poster for Punch Drunk Love. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Punch Drunk Love. Second lowest on my Paul Thomas Anderson ranking. I've been too good today. I wanted to give you something that would piss you off. I'm not rage baiting though. I genuinely think, in my heart of hearts, I think my rating is... I haven't seen Phantom Thread, and I haven't seen Licorice Pizza. And I saw Magnolia when I was 13, and I saw Inherent Vice on an airplane when I did not give a fuck. I'm thinking it's Boogie Nights #1, really close to There Will Be Blood. I do think One Battle After Another is third for me. And then Inherent Vice is at the bottom. And then it's Punch Drunk Love over that. And then I gotta figure out where Magnolia is gonna go. I gotta go see it again. I gotta see The Master too. Brown-Eyed Baldy of the Northlands. All right, Yeti, you've drawn my interest a little bit. Can you keep up the whole 18-minute song, Yeti? Brown-eyed baldy of the lowlands. Slay the Spire has cards in hands, which could really work with that. I literally just thought of it in the shower. Guy who showers at like 2:30 p.m. Listen, of all... We got bigger things to be dealing with, but of all the times to shower, that's one of the craziest, man. That's one of the... 2:30 p.m. shower. 5:30 is even crazier. 5:30 doesn't save you, Yeti. That's... Listen, God love you. 5:30 p.m. is a crazy time to shower, unless you were working a blue-collar job. I'm in EST? Well, yeah, I gathered that. I'm not dry until 3 hours later. You don't have fucking hair. Is this the #1 thing that you have to learn about being on the internet? No matter what the difference is between you and another person, the difference makes their life easier than yours. I get made fun of for being bald nonstop, and then people will also be like, being bald seems so easy. It's so crazy, man. How about you just shave your fucking head? Virtue signaler. Oh, it must be so easy to be bald. Shave your fucking hair off then, bro. There we go. Oh, it must be nice to be able to afford a Philips One blade. Did it yesterday? Fuck, bro. I did it like 3 days ago. It never ends. Nice leopard skin pillbox hat, you fucking moron. Knock, 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 bitch. You forgot to close your garage door. I just thought you'd like to know, in case you were thinking about doing some shit in there that you don't want other people to see. You fucking idiot. It's so true. It does balance on her head like a mattress balances on a bottle of wine. Your leopard skin pillbox hat. What the fuck was he talking about, man? Anyway, that was Slay the Spire 2. I had a great time. See you tomorrow, y'all. Later. What was he talking about? I don't know, man. I'll ask him. If I see him, I'll be sure to give him the message. Name that movie. Can you name that movie? It's not Finch. Sorry to tell you, it's not Finch. Blood Simple! You got it! Bingo, dude, you fucking got it. Blood's the first one I saw. Bingo, dude. It is Blood Simple, the Coen brothers' debut.
The Wii Shop Wednesday song.
Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, Dig Dug, Bubble Bobble, Chew Man Foo, Harvest Moon. I remember that one.
And Puzzle Pokemon.
ToeJam and Earl in battle for Funkatron. Something like that. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Ninja Gaiden 1. Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden 3.
Cruising USA.